Florida here and South Carolina. We'll do a couple more here with this one. We got South Carolina now favored by 2. That's pretty much been the opener was about 2. It did sneak up to 2.5. There was some serious buyback that brought Florida down at one book to 1 or 1.5. But still looking at South Carolina, just the slightest of favorites here. But this total opened 48.5 when we were on the show, and it was bet up to 54.5 while we were on the on that first initial move. It's since been brought all the way back down to 51, and I'm not sure why, because I like the over in this game with Florida and South Carolina. Probably not overwhelming, not premium. Doesn't feel like a premium here necessarily to me, but I think we can get over 51 here. I'm not even sure right now who's going to win. I think the nature of the game might dictate this game to go over. And when you're dealing with a spread like this, you could land on some overtime, but not banking on that to get you to the over, especially with the new rules a little bit. Cut down those possessions. Nonetheless, my number was lower than the original or higher. I'm sorry, higher than the original, closer to that 54-ish that I saw. So I'm immediately when I saw that when we were on the air, I had concerns, but not now. At 51, I'm willing to go with it here as a play on the show. Maybe not necessarily, like I said, as a premium here, but for sure as a free play. All right. And I want to see if I could just get to, there we go. All right. Right now, Florida comes in averaging 27 points per game. South Carolina allowing 29 points per game. So I think Florida can, reach close to 4 touchdowns. They've got to get, 4 scores, I would think. If you look at the line, maybe you'd think maybe 3 for sure, but South Carolina averaging 27 points per game so far. Now, Florida's defense has been pretty good. They're allowing just 17 points per game, but at home, I expect South Carolina to perform better. And whether or not they win this game, I'm not sure. But I think for me, I want to take the over at this point. Last year, the Gators did score 38 points against them. The winner of this game has scored 38 points in 4 straight meetings, and these teams meet every year. So the total last year, South Carolina just couldn't get it going, but I expect them to do better offensively this year. They lost last year's game 38-6 as an 8-point dog. So that wasn't a great effort. But the year before that, they won 40-17, 57 points. Year before that, 62 points. Year before that, 65 points. Year before that, 66 points. Now, if South Carolina flubs it up here against Florida's decent defense, might not get there, but I think they do. I'm not too hip on Florida. Ray says take Florida. And, no doubt, it's more of a toss-up game right now with South Carolina actually the slight favorite. So South Carolina, they are, coming off a bad performance, certainly against Tennessee, losing by 21 points, getting 12 points. But they beat Ole Miss, they beat Mississippi State at home. Did not cover. Well, yeah, they did cover, actually. They were favored by 6 for the most part. I think I might have played 7 in that game. It was 37-30, trying to remember here, but they got the money against Georgia as a big dog. They got the money in a big win over Furman for Florida. They've only gone 2-4 so far against the spread. Sure, they drubbed Vanderbilt last week, but they lost by 19, remember, at Kentucky. So They also failed against Charlotte as a 4-touchdown favorite. All right. For me, I'm on the over here, 51, Florida and South Carolina.